So hey y'all, I be looking crazy. I know I be looking crazy sometime, but guess what? That's what happens when you, I guess what you call yourself a dreadhead. But no, hey y'all, I wanted to come and make this video because I always go MIA, and I'm taking y'all along with me through my journey. So y'all gonna see the highs and the lows, and what I mean by that is that y'all gonna see me present and in the moment. And then y'all gonna, you might see me step away to bring balance back into my space. I'm starting to really see the Libra in me coming out, because it's like if things are not exact, then I might go, I might go off and retreat somewhere. But no, I just wanted to come because I wanted to talk about this stage or this phase where I'm at right now and the things that I've been understanding, or I've been doing some self-reflecting. As I do probably majority of my days, I just sit and reflect and try to find ways to always evolve and grow. Well, one thing that I've realized that I've started to overcome is the emotional aspect of myself. Now, my sun is Libra, my moon is Leo, and then my rising is Cancer. So I'm all jacked up. But I'm starting to step into my rising, step into that Cancer, step into that cup, step into that stable with my emotions, able to articulate my feelings without being overly emotional or without being logical in my thinking. I think that a lot of us, until we get to a point where we can really sit there and self-reflect and heal and do some inner work, we're going to constantly face different challenges until we actually sit there and try to figure out or get to the root of the issue. A lot of us don't know that we bring a lot of the issues out into our situations because we haven't overcome or healed from something. The people or the way that we were brought up and the experience that we experienced this far has built or altered our perception on the way we love or the way we accept or embrace love. And in order for you to get to your truest or most authentic self, what I found that worked for me was me. I started with meditation. I started reading certain books to understand certain things, and then I started to meditate. That was something that I've been looking into doing 3 years prior to when I actually started doing it. I was actually doing the research. My spiritual journey did start about 7 years ago, and it started with the Nile Valley. It started with ancient Egypt, Kemet. I went and did some research on the Moors, the Israelites, pro-black. I've been, I done did my research when it came to certain things, the chakras, the third eye. That's pretty much after starting that journey, this is where I'm at now in this point. So all I want to say to someone is that just right now, I know that you may be feeling like you don't have the answers to the questions, or you don't understand why you are constantly dealing with some of the same cycles or some of the same situations, just with different people. You are going through different transitions, and that's what this evolution thing is about, and it's so beautiful. And you really have to appreciate every moment, because at the end of the day, sometimes even when you want something so bad and it's just right there in front of you and it's so easy for you to grab, the universe will put so many obstacles in your way to you receiving that. And the universe may put those obstacles there to see if you're going to be strong enough to get through it, to get exactly what you deserve, or they're going to put those obstacles there because that's something that I'm trying to protect you from. So that's you have to use your discernment with certain situations to see what it is that you want. But that's why you have to start with self, and you have to do the self work. You have to heal. You have to work on yourself. You have to begin to love on yourself, because at the end of the day, how can you expect someone to buy you flowers if you don't even buy yourself any flowers? How can you expect anyone to, be able to love you if you don't even know how to love you? How do you want someone to, or how can you set expectations for what you want out of something when you don't even know what you want out of it? So it's just like, let's start to get to the root of the issue. And a lot of the time, the root is through meditation. You really have to tap into your higher self. That's how I was able to connect. A lot of people, like I say, with this journey, they start out, and I don't know which area. I know you have some people that start out as is in Islam, and then you have some people that start out in Christianity, and then they remove all that constriction and they go straight into spirituality. All in all, what I want to say is that just through my journey, through my many deaths and the rebirths, through the many incarnations of my journey, I've learned, and I can reflect and I can go past. That's why I'm just I'm thinking about that year 29 coming up on Sunday for me. But I constantly keep thinking about where I could have been, and then I think about where I am now. And even though I'm still learning and I'm still evolving and I'm still growing, the fact that I am still learning and I'm still evolving and growing, it makes me appreciate my life. It makes me appreciate my journey, because I can go all the way back to when things started, when things actually didn't make sense for me, why I had so many questions, or what was going to happen for me, why do I have to go through this, or why is this for me, when I was still a victim. And when I think about not being a victim anymore and being an overcomer and being a light worker, being a person, being a being here to spread love and to raise the vibrations, I'm starting to understand that what I went through, I had to go through. All those cycles of, just different things that I had to overcome. It was so vital and necessary to me becoming the woman who I am today. And then not only was it vital and necessary, when I think about the way I viewed life when I was so confined and constricted, and I placed so much judgment and control on the way that even I lived my life, I can see why I wasn't living life to its fullest, or why I had to continue to deal with certain obstacles or certain deaths and rebirths or certain transitions, because I was trying to hold on to things that didn't serve any purpose to me. So now I understand that it's not necessarily about the people that come into your life that don't serve you a purpose, or it is not about the people. It's about you. It's about you constantly dealing with the same cycles because you haven't worked on yourself. The universe can provide you with everything that you ask for, whether it be the man, the woman, the relationship, the friendship, the job, the opportunities. You can have everything. You have to use your discernment on how you go ahead and manage, and what you're going to be willing to go through, what you are willing to fight through or work through. And a lot of the times we allow this to be our worst enemy, when we know deep down inside that we have the answers. You know what I mean? All you got to do is tap into your inner self, or align up with your solar plexus, your sacral chakra. Just line up with your highest self, your third eye. I mean, there's so many different things we can use to be able to get the answers. And even your throat chakra. Just speak up and speak your mind. And a lot of the times, because we are so used to being, a passive aggressive person, or someone who kind of beat around the bush, or talk in circles, we allow that blockage to allow that to cause us to miss opportunities. Even when we have a feeling in our intuition, and something tells us on the inside to go for it, but we second guess and we say no, and the next thing we know, we missed out on a great opportunity. So it's like, you know what I mean, when we used to tell ourselves, or when we used to have adults in our space telling us to trust your own self or trust your intuition, that's what I speak life over with anyone at this point. If you can't trust yourself, you can't trust nobody. You have to stop second guessing yourself, because you honestly do know what's right. You do have all the answers and the tools that you need to get by. But I'm not going to draw this video out. I do want to be able to upload it on Instagram. If you are to follow me on YouTube and you want to check me out on Instagram, just follow me at peace_love_Kara. I'll make sure to leave that link in the description bar. I do want to thank everyone who has been watching and been with me on this journey so far. This is a process, and it's going to be one that I'm so thankful and happy for everyone who's here, who's been watching me, who's been growing with me, who's been evolving with me this far. So I just want to go ahead and just put that out there. If you're on Instagram, go ahead and check me out on YouTube, Peace Love Kara, no underscore. Facebook is Motivational Women, or you can find me at Kara Miller and then go through the link for Motivational Women's page. Other than that, y'all, I do appreciate everybody. I want to thank you all. Love and light, peace and positivity, and I hope you guys continue to vibrate higher.